What up? What's going on, man?
It's football time, as some people would say.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you're in the one spot. You introduce yourself and everything. I'm trying to figure out why Twitch is not going live.
Okay, well, I'm Josh Mabry with my co-host Tvshka here at the Ruckus, doing fantasy football for the season. Technically season 2, but it's season 1 for Ruckus. Glad you all can join us for this lovely evening for the first night of the NFL season, kicking it off with this one team named the Kansas City Chiefs. They did something last year. They did something special, I guess. And the Detroit Lions, who, they're going to be good, I guess, apparently, according to the pundits. But no, the fantasy football is what we're about. Not just because the outcomes of your favorite teams, which I don't know if anyone can tell who my favorite team is. There might be this guy named Micah Parsons, who's probably going to be the defensive player of the year and should have won it last year, except Nick Bosa just happened to be really better than him. But, it's no here to there. But we're here to go over the analysis of the Ruckus League and also things to look forward to of what your players could do. As they say, this is D&D for the jocks, and it's true. Or you just go up to put your best hand in the poker table. But the thing is you get to deal the hand that you're dealt, or you get to handle the hand that you're dealt in that way. So there's a lot of analogies we can use. But all I can say is it's great to have you all back for another season of this fabulous game that we all love. And as long as no one gets hurt, R.I.P. Travis Kelce, and not really, but
don't even say get hurt. I mean, people are already hurt. All right.
Right.
I'm hurt.
First time since his rookie year, Travis Kelce.
I know, right?
Game.
Oh my gosh.
And Cooper Kupp, if he plays another game, hats off to him. So of his greatness, that is Cooper Kupp. But Tvshka, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good. We're just gonna rock and roll with YouTube. So what's up, YouTube? Twitch for some reasons being a little bitch, not letting us go live on it. So I'm not too sure why. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, no, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. Tie game right now, Chiefs and Lions. Of course, you don't have Chris Jones. Travis Kelce's out as well. But the Lions are punting. I mean, I'm sure we'll pull some kind of last minute drive out of our ass, kick a field goal, and we'll get the win. But then at the same time, all the haters are going to come out and be trying to talk shit on us and say that, oh man, you guys aren't going to do it this year. Which could be the case, but at the same time, we'll see. We got a lot of football to play, baby.
Every time they show Chris Jones, I'm like, is this Aegis the Sopranos? Like, what the heck? I thought that, and then I saw on Twitter the same thing. I was like, the two guys next to him, I'm like, are they Sopranos? Like, what the heck? Chris Jones looked like a fish out of water. Long story short.
Hanging out at the suite up there.
But we're here to talk a little bit of fantasy as Tvshka sweats out this game, which he has Patrick Mahomes, so it doesn't matter who his receivers are, who he's throwing to, and Andy Reid's on his sideline. So if he has the ball with the last 2 minutes with the game on the line, 95% of the time, Patrick Mahomes is going to find a way to do it.
I mean, we'll pull the cornerbacks out and act like they're Travis Hunter and just throw them touchdowns because they're going to be two-way players, baby.
Yeah. So it's crazy. So, the draft happened about a week ago. And nothing's really much changed other than Cooper Kupp and Travis Kelce injury. There has been a bunch of dinged ups like Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, if you did draft them, but typically there's not going to hurt your team unless you drafted Christian Watson early, which I doubt that would happen. As far as injuries are concerned, I know we have them at the last thing, but it's just on my mind, so I'm going to talk about it because of Travis Kelce, and we were pouring one out for him earlier before we went on live.
Yeah, I was pouring one out in my mouth.
Exactly. But this one guy says he's got Mahomes in the other league. This guy. The highest scorer in our league that didn't make the playoffs last year. That I'm not to punch on old hurt wounds, but I just might as well.
I mean, but it's an insane statistic.
It is. It's like it happens every year. There's one team that scores a crap ton of points. They just happen to go up against the person that scores the most out of that week.
The most that week. Yeah. I mean, because I think for like 8 weeks, he had scored the second highest total, but he just so happened to play the person that scored the most.
Right.
And, I was a benefactor of that, I think once, maybe twice. I don't know if me and him went 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Twisted Metal? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
It was down to you two last year. I was like,
Yeah.
here's the scenario, and then GIF or Chris Taylor is his legal
Chris
name.
the GIF.
Chris the GIF Taylor. Want to know, Justin? Thanks for joining us. Bills Mafia. They haven't played yet, but they will on Sunday.
Yeah.
If you've invested in any Bills, which are honestly of the leagues that I'm in, which is 5.5, because I don't count my best ball league as a full league. Of every league that I'm in, I don't have a Chief or a Lion. I don't know how that worked out. I don't.
Yeah.
I helped people draft a lot of Chiefs and Lions.
Well, I mean, like for the Chiefs, I mean, it's a crapshoot with receiver. I mean, if it's not Mahomes or Kelsey, I mean, you're probably not going to really seek after them unless you get them with on free agency.
Correct. It's Kadarius Toney. Yeah. People take a flyer on Kadarius Toney. Pacheco, obviously, like if you're going to do like the 1, 2, 3, typically it'd be the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the running back, Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, and then Hill. But Tyreek's not been there. So
yeah. And then you got McKinnon and you got Pacheco, and they're going to be splitting receptions, but also splitting carries.
Yeah. And, so much for a late first round pick and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, because it doesn't look like he's going to snip the field on that.
I mean, for Lions, would you go Montgomery?
He's the workhorse. And then you put Jahmyr Gibbs, because of how Jahmyr Gibbs works, I'm surprised they didn't come out straight with Jahmyr Gibbs because he's a rookie. They didn't come out with Jahmyr Gibbs at the start. They came out with David Montgomery. And then when they put Jahmyr Gibbs in, it was a change of back, and Kansas City was like, oh, crap, this guy's fast. So, I mean, you could line up the way they're wanting to do Jahmyr Gibbs, and you don't trade up to just not him be on the first play of the game, which is beside the point. But they might have him line up at slot. They might have him line up anywhere other than running backs. They might have Montgomery there, and they have him line up at the slot. They might have him the stance over nachos. Like, we don't know what Jahmyr Gibbs is going to do, but he's a very talented person, or back, if you want to. That's what he is. But we'll see. I mean, I really liked him coming in, but I saw him in Alabama. He was an Alvin Kamara clone. That's what he was. That's pretty much what he was. He was an Alvin Kamara clone. He couldn't break tackles, but if you give him the open space, he's gonna kill you on that. So we'll see. It's a long season, a lot of football left, but so far this first game has lived up to the expectation. There's no blowout or anything like that.
Ooh, come on. Oh, there's the flag. There's the flag.
But if you haven't realized that certain someone has more invested in this game than I do, on that. But yeah, I mean, Tvshka, how do you feel with the Chris Jones and Travis Kelce situation?
Man, the Chris Jones one's very disappointing. But I want every player to get what they're worth for sure. And Chris Jones, I think, is worth, the top, or second or third highest paid defensive player. And, tonight is, I think, a good indicator for them that, hey, we need him. So, I mean, if we can come up with another, $5-8 million to maybe meet him where he wants to be at. But at the same time, man, you signed a contract. Like, I mean, I know they're holding out for the next one, but to me, this kind of hurts the team. It definitely hurts the goodwill with the fans. The fans are pissed at this point. And it's first world problems. I mean, it's millionaires playing, a sport that we all pay and watch. So it's not like it's a dire issue. So for people to get upset and pissed off over, contract stuff, it's petty. But at the same time, the world's petty. Go on Twitter. The world is effing petty, bro. And yeah, so like the goodwill is kind of hurting that. And, Kelsey made a plea, but But speaking of Kelsey, we're probably going to be out 2-3 weeks. Definitely going to affect.
They can't rush him back. They just can't.
No, don't. I mean, I would rather him be out for half the season if it means he's on with us for the back half and the playoffs. Because, I mean, it's no guarantee, but there's a pretty good chance we're going to get to the playoffs. I mean, even if we, just, are kind of struggling and, can't get it to work with a lot of these rookies we have, we get the wild card. We're still in the playoffs. We still have hope. We still have chance. And we still have Mahomes. And so you always have, both hope and chance with him. But yeah. But talking about, I guess we're kind of getting on the top 10 kind of overall, right? But yeah, like player wise, yeah, man, I'm excited kind of with my draft, kind of, what I got. It didn't start off the way I wanted. There's a couple of sour notes I hit as far as drafts. But overall, I'm still pretty happy with what I got and think have some good chance of making some wake. But yeah. I mean, you got anything else on the Kelsey Jones or anything else, kind of just general NFL news other than injuries? Because we got a whole nother deal at the end.
Obviously Cooper Kupp, even if he comes back, probably about a month, they're not rolling out of him being on. And of course, I took him at the end of the first round, just taking a gamble because I got him in the first round, might as well just take a stab at him because there really wasn't anything else that I really wanted at that point. And then I got Bijan coming back around, which go Bijan. But it hurts my team. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm doing a catch up. But that was a gamble. The Cooper Kupp was the biggest gamble you're ever gonna make because you knew his upside was better than he was gonna be a top 3 receiver if he stayed healthy. Based on how Sean McVay did it, how Cooper Kupp plays the game, and all that stuff. So you figured, it's gonna work. It didn't. And that's.
But also for context, you got him at the very end of the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah. So it's not like you were in the mid spot or one of the first 4 and you grabbed him. I mean, if you didn't get him then, he was going to technically fall into the second round.
Yeah, and I'm not going to take AJ Brown or CeeDee Lamb or Devontae over the prospect of Cooper Kupp being Cooper Kupp. So. And I've been eyeing Bijan Robinson since the beginning. And when he fell to me at 10, I was like, all right, yeah, for sure, I'm taking him over Saquon because I like the upside and the pass catching ability and all that other stuff. So because the offense is going to run through Bijan in Atlanta, it just is, and he's a rookie, which means he's younger than Saquon, he's younger than Derek, and Josh Jacobs. Maybe he had his career year last year. I hope he didn't because I have him in another league.
Yeah, I know, right? Me neither because I have him now.
Yeah, because I have another league. But, just going to look, that was my mindset with that.
And I mean, the offense for Atlanta is just going to run, period.
Yeah. They're a running team. I think Ritter averaged like 13 passes a game behind his receivers last year.
Right, but that was kind of a small sample size too that we kind of had from him.
I understand.
Yeah.
So Drake London might pay off for some people. If you do, hats off to Desmond Ritter making the next step. But so people thought Jordan Love would be better than Desmond Ritter, and Jordan Love hadn't progressed with anything in the past 3 years. When he's behind Aaron Rodgers.
He hasn't really shown us anything, and he's lost quite a bit of the offensive weapons that we knew.
Yeah. On there, but outside of the obvious, with as long as they stay healthy, they'll be there. With the Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Jamar Chase. Which Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, the only reason Justin Jefferson is a better prospect in fantasy than Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is better. They were teammates, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. They were teammates. Jamar Chase was the better prospect. Justin Jefferson was taken late and Jamar Chase stayed in college because he had to, and then held out in that COVID year where Jefferson had to go. Here's the thing. Jamar is a better receiver, pound for pound, a better receiver than Justin Jefferson. But who else is with the Vikings other than Justin Jefferson?
Yep. It's about portion
Who's on
control.
Cincinnati? T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd. Even I know Tyler Boyd's on his last leg, and he might not be the third receiver, but still, you have that T. Higgins aspect that can take away from some balls. But Jamar has that, whereas Justin Jefferson in a PPR league, he gonna get his. He's knock on wood because of injuries, he is a safe pick. Whereas Jamar has another person to compete with.
It's such a good defensive play that just happened. By the way,
woo.
Yeah, easy. Don't switch over.
Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah, go ahead now. Now you can switch over.
Okay.
Or get your tabs under control.
Yeah. Well,
you need to get you a third monitor, really.
I really do.
That's what you need. Yeah.
You give me a third monitor.
Yeah. I mean, just do what I do and just mount a TV, and then you can play that there.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, with a defensive play, just for those that may be watching the game right now. They had a cornerback blitz, but what he did was he just did like a hang time and just jumped up, which caused the quarterback to stall a little bit and adjust his throw, and then the defensive player they called tripping. Oh, yep. Okay, offensive tripping. Okay,
so it's 2nd and 22.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now is like the main ones as far as the Jamar Jefferson debate.
Clearly tripping. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean again, portion control. You got one person that has to share the can't eat by himself basically.
No.
And Jefferson can clearly do that, and Cousins is an underrated quarterback in my opinion. Definitely not like a strong finisher as far as like playoffs and really being able to take it upon himself and just run and get it. But and I'm not sure line wise. I haven't really studied much of the O lines on either of these teams really to kind of see because that does play into it as far as factor wise. But yeah, yeah. I mean another one. I don't know if you want to go back to.
Yeah, give me a second.
There you go.
Now you can check.
There you go. Yep. But yeah, going back to the draft. What's a surprise? I mean, of course, normally with the week, kind of with this rundown that you guys are looking up at the top, top 10, we would go over, top 10, in points. So that's, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, even be hit on defenses as well. If it's not too big of a major gap between them this year. But I mean, what's a surprise that you're kind of seeing?
As far as like how far they
well, let's go with quarterbacks. Yeah.
Okay, quarterbacks.
I mean, our draft was a little bit of an anomaly. We had kind of a couple of people drafting that went severely out of the typical order, but just overall period. Whether they're being drafted late and they have high value, or just somebody that is a little bit of a unknown. Surprise is a surprise.
I like the upside of Trevor. The fact that he's on the same team as Patrick Mahomes makes no sense, but that's beside the point. Geno's fine, but I like if you have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Justin Fields, and Trevor Lawrence, that you should not have to look at waivers until they're off. Now, that being said, Dak Prescott has a good team. But he also is him and Kirk Cousins are like 1A, 1B as far as that tier are concerned.
Right, yeah.
Are concerned.
In the tier called the Kirk Cousins tier.
Right. They're the Kirk Cousins tier. Now Aaron Rodgers, he's in the Toby Keith tier, is like I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm good as once as I ever was. Like he's the Toby Keith tier.
Right. I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. And then you have the Derek Carrs and Jared Goffs and like those level of quarterbacks that are fine, but they're not
veteran journeyman now. Basically.
Right, they're veteran journeyman, like those type of things. Geno was like the surprise of last year as far as quarterbacks are concerned, and he's around a good coach. So would I have taken Geno in round 4? Probably not. But I mean, they're a running team. So, but but the way Geno played last year, if you have Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf, they're a lot better prospects than a lot of people thought they were because they thought Geno was terrible. And as he says, a lot of people wrote him off, but he didn't write back last year. So, but yeah, Geno a little early. Sure, that was a surprise.
Right.
I think Brees Hall is going to be, just kind of looking at the board, I think Brees Hall is going to be
what it was last year before he got injured.
We'll see what modern technology does, modern medicine does with Brees Hall. Both. Because if you remembers Adrian Peterson when he got hurt with that ACL and he came back and had his MVP year. So is it steroids? Is it him just being a robot or an alien? I don't know. But that was about, 10 years ago.
Really at this point, they're just they're replacing them with AI, right?
Right, pretty much.
They're just putting in AI robots, and then when they get healed, then they actually get to come back.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what stood out to me was the fact that Geno was taken so early, even though ahead of Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert and Trevor and Justin, which I know Justin, he should be good based on how he was finished last season. And another year in the system, he should be better.
No, you want Herbert or Fields?
Fields.
Herbert. Yeah.
Herbert's Herbert. The fact that Herbert dropped off a little
bit but last year he was Herbert.
He was Herbert. He got Herbert in the first freaking green gun. So that's why, because he pretty much broke his ribs, but he stood up the whole. And then his receivers went to shit. And
Mike Williams got injured, and
Keenan Allen got injured.
Did Keenan Allen get injured too as well?
Not really, but still.
Okay. Yeah. But just couldn't pick up the slack that Mike Williams.
You were looking at Guyton as a pickup last year, so that's one thing. Kind of getting to late round stuff here as far as decent picks.
Right. Well, and if you want to jump back up real quick, because kind of the original question was just specifically quarterbacks, right? But to me, Joe Burrow going that late. I mean, Trevor Lawrence going before, Geno Smith going before. I mean, I mean, at that time, I definitely, I wanted to get Lamar, and I'm glad I got him then, because he wouldn't have came back to me for sure. But that was kind of a weird round where Smith and Lawrence went before Burrow, and or Herbert and Fields. So
yeah.
I mean, is that just? I mean, is Lamar even early for fourth round in your opinion? Or I mean, I know there's average drafts and then there's the ruckus draft.
No, because I have Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, and then Fields, Lamar, kind of in the same. And Lamar's done it. We know he can do it. So as far as like the top 5 quarterbacks, for what they can do, because Joe Burrow doesn't rush. That's the thing. Is Lamar's healthy, is going to get his. And Justin Fields showed last year he was the best quarterback the last half of the season, even though they only won one game out of the whole year. Not named Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his sure like running. I mean, like averaging 25, 30 points.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely carrying teams into the playoffs.
Yes. So, the way most league scorers go, a rushing quarterback like a Lamar, like a Justin Fields, Patrick Mahomes gets his, Josh Allen gets his, Jalen Hurts gets his. That's why, I don't mind Lamar in the 4th. I mean, that's pretty much where he's going in his ADP anyway. There wasn't a reach there. Geno was a reach. I guess Trevor's a reach because he is kind of a rushing quarterback.
Yeah, I think. I mean, before Herbert and Burrow,
before Herbert and Burrow, I would put Mahomes, Allen, Jalen, Lamar, Hurts, Trevor, Burrow.
I would put Allen behind Burrow.
I can understand that.
And maybe Herbert as well. Yeah,
because the weapons that he has, you know what you've got in Burrow. The only reason Burrow this year is that calf, and how seriously injured. Like one good hit, and because he can't run right now. He can't. If he's like
he said he may be good. He may be good.
Maybe.
I know, right?
You know.
If there's doubt at this point, it's like
Right.
maybe
And
just take a week off, bud.
And they know with RG3, Kevin Durant, if you rush them back, it's gonna be worse. So it's kind of where I'm at with that. So I would put probably Burrow ahead of Fields, then Herbert, then Lawrence. Because Burrow and Herbert are basically the same, but Burrow's way better than Herbert. On that regard. But they both do the same thing. It's just if Burrow his calf is just not good, it doesn't. He has the best receiver in the game. To me, pound for pound, the best receiver is Jamar Chase. He just also has T. Higgins to throw to. He has options with it. So that's where I land on that. Is I would take Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, which you can switch Allen and Hurts honestly, because Hurts has. I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
They're in the NFC with other than Dallas, he doesn't face as much competition.
Right. Well, but then also just the running ability.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to get so many, rushing yards with that. I feel like you can get twice as much, if not 3 times as much as you would with Allen. And I don't know, maybe it's just a northern bias, but I mean, I just don't think they're going to be lighting it up in the north this winter. Maybe like they have in the past. Even though I have Diggs. I mean, I hope they do great. Because I got Diggs, but I also wasn't really wanting to get Diggs in the first. But
right,
that's why you don't get behind schedule and you don't let auto draft go for the first round. But
happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would just kind of look back at it. Geno was taken. The fact that Geno and Trevor were taken before Burrow, Herbert, and Fields. The fact that Geno was taken before the rest of them. At least the ones that we're looking at here. Aaron Rodgers, understand. But again, with the team that he's on.
And we also got a poll going up right now. So is Burrow's calf healthier than McDonald's? Yes or no? Let us know in the chat, y'all. Let us know. I found it. I found the poll question.
Found the poll?
Area. Oh, it's gonna be dumb. Like this entire show, this entire season, man. Like, yeah, we're gonna have stupid, dumbass questions.
We don't call it the fancy fuck around for nothing. For what?
Yeah.
On there.
I did because so I had to go to that funeral today. As I mentioned to you guys in the private chat, but I thought about just leaving my not my suit, but at least the button up and the tie and everything on.
Right.
But I was far too uncomfortable. I just wanted out. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So as far as like what position do you want to move on to next as I kind of catch up with the game that's going on right now?
Yeah. Let me jump over and kind of see. Yeah, right. I mean, they kicked a field goal a while back in the third quarter. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Not good radio or podcasting right there.
No. All right. Got it.
But yeah. I mean, I guess kind of moving to our next one. Kind of league scores. We kind of talked about the league draft. Scoring wise, what's different? I know in our league chat we talked about the double flex.
Yes,
which I am all for. I am all for because, especially having a 10-man team, I like having that additional because then I feel like it kind of levels out a little bit of that free agency.
Yep. So we have a double flex this year, which just kind of happened as the commissioner. It's my first time commissioning, so bear with me. But I was I basically looked at it. I was like, I thought I set it at 1 flex, 2 receiver, 2 running back, tight end, kicker, defense, quarterback, as every league ever does. Right. And then once we drafted and looked at my team, I said, "Wow, there are 2 flexes."
Yeah.
So maybe
why are there 2 of those rainbow positions?
Yeah, sure. Um,
Let's see what RWT. What do they say on this one?
yeah. So it's like blue, orange.
Yeah, WRT. Yeah, WRT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
like it though.
yeah.
Strategy wise, what does that kind of change for you?
How many receivers compared to running backs I want to start?
Mhm.
Because I only drafted one tight end, which I'm still a one tight end person because
Right.
unless you draft the top ones,
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of a crapshoot. And by top ones, I mean the Kelseys, RIP, for 3 weeks, and the Andrews, who's limited in practice,
Mm-hmm.
the Goddards, who's fine, the Darren Wallers, who's on a better team for his situation.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see what he can do, and not
Yeah.
just because he's on my team.
Right. So as far as that, if you don't have those top 4, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean Tyler Higbee should be good on the Rams.
Right. Yeah. I've kind of been seeing that, in some of the other fantasy podcasts and such that are actual experts.
I mean,
but yeah, they've been saying Higbee could be kind of the sleeper pick right there.
Will the Muth be Luth this year? I mean, the Pittsburgh. I mean, Kenny Pickett looks good.
Yeah,
because their offense last year was a dumpster fire. Kyle Pitts, they let Desmond Ridder throw the ball a little bit more, but I've yet to. Atlanta's offensive scheme doesn't tell me that Kyle Pitts is going to be worth it. Is he an amazing athlete and a receiver, one of the best athletic receivers / tight ends that I've ever seen? Yes. Is he on the wrong team? 1,000%.
Yeah.
That is the problem with Kyle Pitts. He is not on the right team. If I was Atlanta, I would trade his ass because there's teams out there that are clamoring to have Kyle Pitts, and the scheme that Arthur Smith does not contribute to having Kyle Pitts being a successful fantasy player.
Yeah,
it just doesn't.
Yeah. If your name's not Bijan Robinson, I mean, I'm not really even messing with.
I pass on Drake London so many times because I just don't believe in the passing of. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're good. If you see me like looking around, I think it's more because the screen, it's messing with the color correction or kind of white balance. Because it almost looks like my lights are kind of pulsing or kind of changing colors, and they're not. It's just slowly, like, just getting knocked off by the monitor change. But yeah. Okay, so I mean, anything else league score wise? To kind of take into consideration that maybe a little bit different than last year, or
the kicker. We do the kicker.
Right.
The kicker is if you miss an extra point or anything under 35 yards, I believe, you would get -1.
Yeah.
For it. And I'm in one league, which I'm like, how did this happen? This is the first time I'm in this league. I was asked to be into it, which I'm in 5 leagues. Well, 5.5. I call it a half because best ball, you just draft a team and then that's it.
Yeah.
But
because you're doing it each weekend, right?
Of the 5 leagues, I'd never drafted. I don't have a Lion or a Chief on my team, which I might have said before, but that's still crazy to me. I can't believe I didn't do that because I've been, there's the Lions and Chiefs should be one of the best offensive teams in the league. And if I could have none of them, because Albert probably would have had Jameson Williams, but he likes to be doing stuff on the sidelines, either ACL or betting on football and stuff like that, gets him suspended or just out.
How many games they suspended for? 6 games. Okay.
Alvin Kamara is suspended for 4. So that's
but that was not betting. That was a whole different.
That was just some whole legal trouble and some other things.
That was kicking people on the ground trouble.
Yeah, no, Alvin Kamara did that. But yes, basically it was he was acquitted by the court, but not acquitted by the NFL.
Yeah,
basically, with that. So, but meanwhile, Joe Mixon knocks a girl out.
Yep.
And I have him on my fantasy team. So I was trying to throw
Sean Watson.
Well, I didn't draft him.
Voldemort.
Yeah, we got to draw the line somewhere. Punch a girl, knock a girl out in the face. Okay, fine. I'll finally draft you. Deshaun Watson, not touching you with a 10-foot pole, even though he touched a lot of people allegedly.
Yeah. Or well, try to get a lot of people to touch him.
Yeah, something like that. You don't go through 30 minutes. Never mind. I'm not going to get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Wild card.
Wild card, bitches.
I thought that was it. Was it not with the wild card?
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I so going back to the kicker. I don't know how we deviated on that, but I like it. I like that anarchy. I mean, I like losing points. I mean, if there was like any other game element that was just kind of like that anarchy-esque where you can lose points or double points, some the bonus or something. You know what I mean? Like fucking Mario Kart. I mean, I'd be down for it.
The red turtle, the red shell.
Yeah.
I mean, the blue shell.
Yeah.
Basically. Not really.
Yeah. Well, blue shell always went to the first player, but the red
shell.
at least hit the person.
It's a red shell. It hurts you, but it doesn't keep you from winning.
But you know what? I like the green shells. The green shells were a little more chaos because you could hit yourself with it, right? Mm-hmm. But also, if you're good with it, then you're going to shoot backwards or be able to manipulate it to where you don't get hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's a green or red. I mean, what's the debate here? But no, the other league had we were trying to eliminate at the last minute. We were drafted last night, and like about 2 hours before we're gonna draft, like maybe like beginning of the day before we're about to draft, the commissioner was like, "Should we just eliminate kickers and defenses?" And I'm like, and everyone's like, "Yes." And there was one guy that was like, "No," because I like Justin Tucker. And so and next thing I know, I go to my draft. We have draft 18 rounds for 10 teams. I'm like, what are we doing? It's the first time I'm in this league, so I'm not.
Yeah.
If they throw out a question, I'll give my response. But I'm like, I get into it. I'm like, there's 18. There's 18 draft. There's 18 rounds, and there's 2 kickers we have to start. And I texted the commissioner. I'm like, what happened? What's going on? Why do I have to have 2 kickers? So, yeah, we have to start 2 kickers every week. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing.
Okay. Sorry.
I was like, you better minus a lot of points from kickers because 1 kicker doesn't really do much for you, but 2 kickers could actually like really help your team. I'm sorry, but it does. And I was like, I texted him, I was like, why do we have 2 kickers? He goes, I don't know. I was like, all right. So that was weird. That's where I was on the kicker. Okay,
yeah, that's weird. 2 kickers on the way. I mean, the double flex is odd enough, from the norm, but 2 kickers just seems like a joke.
2 kickers, and I'm like, what the hell is this league? 1 defense, 2 kickers, and then the regular flex, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers.
But it's a punter. You get a punter and a kicker.
I don't know.
Whoever gets the most punting yards.
What the heck is going on?
Yeah,
on that. But yeah. Sorry getting that diatribe, but when you're in 5 leagues and you have every other player except for Lions and Chiefs, it happens. But no, the only thing I worry about, Tvshka, is Lights Cameron Jackson. Like, what was his thought? Did you it's your buddy, and I just want to know. I know we're live on air, but I still want to know as a person who's been I'm 35 years old, I'm 36 now. Sorry. I just turned 36. As a 36-year-old who's been doing that since I was in the 4th grade, what was his thought process on this draft?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
Okay.
I'm not him.
Okay. So we'll have him on just to see what his thought process is on. On this, but who knows? He'll probably win the whole day long.
Oh man,
because he can play the waiver wire better than the rest of us.
Oh man, yeah, that's some acid reflex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, 3rd and 1, 4th quarter.
No big deal.
Oh, and they got it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Erther Goff threw a freaking duck of a ball. Still got to his player first down.
Speaking about kickers, the Atlanta kicker got taken before Justin Tucker.
Yeah, Koo. Yep, that was weird too. I felt like he was way too early. Right. I'm gonna put you on on screen. Oh, excuse me.
You're good. So yeah. Koo was taken before Justin Tucker. From
Yep.
keep up with the arrows. That was odd.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah. And like
Philly's
2.5.
defense was taken the 6th. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
it's like 2, almost 3 whole rounds before.
Yep. Which, if you ask me, as a person who's won this league before, you don't take your kicker and defense until the last 3 rounds, maybe, because it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Even me taking Tucker at that point, it felt a little early, but
Justin's fine at 12th. He's the outlier. Justin is the outlier. Maybe Harrison Buckner and the Las Vegas Raiders, or Evan McPherson, who I forget what team he's on now. But Evan McPherson, the Raiders kicker, anybody that kicks in a dome that's not named Justin Tucker and Harrison Buckner are fine. But still, like you pass up so much value. And I'm saying as a league champion, so it's not like I'm just talking out of my ass here. You lose so much.
Okay, settle down. You're the league champion of this league. It's not like a Champions League. All right.
More.
Just saying. This isn't a prestigious fucking league, bro.
No, I mean, but still, I still won it.
Technicality.
Hey,
Jason Ellis say something different.
As the poet Vin Diesel once said,
it's about family.
No, doesn't matter if we're inch by a mile. Winning's winning.
Yeah.
So yes, am I gonna be stupid, over the top about Jeremy Miller?
Yep.
So should we kick it? Are we going to ban him for you?
What's up? Oh, Miller? Oh, no, Jeremy's an Okie. So I mean, he doesn't know anything about NFL.
Jeremy, thank you for
good to see you though, bud.
You're a lovely human being, Jeremy. Thank you for joining us. I was just giving just to let you know just Tvshka that with that. But thank you for joining us, Jeremy. As we go over a bunch of names that if you don't keep up with the NFL, it's fine. If you want to throw in some questions about other things, me and Tvshka are here to talk about it too. So I know you watch the Hot Mic a lot and stuff like that. Not to shout out to John Roca and all of them. But if you want to bring those up, but yeah, primarily this is. But Jeremy, welcome to Fantasy Fuck Around, where we fuck around about fantasy football, pretty much. It's what we do. Do I wear this? Do I wear this jersey every night? No, it's the NFL kickoff, the kickoff of the season. But does Tvshka wear his Kansas City a lot? Yeah, and I wear a lot of Dallas shirts throughout this whole thing. So,
well, and also we're Oklahoma Sooners too, which Jeremy is a fan of.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm a Louisville Cardinal, so shout out Lamar Jackson. I'll put this up there. Yeah, that's right. Put that there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway, but yeah, no. Overall, other than a couple teams, like it was a pretty solid draft. The only person we have to beat is Tar Heel for life, right? Pretty much.
As far as what in the league?
Yeah, as far as the only person we have to make sure that he doesn't win is Tar Heel for life.
Yeah, no, bro. You got
10 other people. You and Gifford do. I'm just saying that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting the injury bug to hit me again. And all my best players to be fucking stellar for the first 4 weeks and get me a high point average and then snap their femur and be out for the rest of the year. Brees Hall, looking at you, bro. Come on, man. Ah.
Did it hurt when I said I was wanting Brees Hall to bounce back this year?
No. I mean, I want him to as well, even though he's not on my team. But,
gotcha.
But yeah, no, and yeah, I mean, year before, kind of same thing. But that's just part of the game. Yeah. I mean, Kelsey, kind of getting hit out the gate as well as Cup. Which, yeah, I mean, we'll get here soon. Maybe we can hit a little bit harder on it. But
a question for you that just arised to me. Of the rookie wide receivers, which as we've gotten deeper into the league, you realize that rookie wide receivers actually perform a lot better than rookie running backs, like as far as multiple. of the top 4 that were drafted. So Jackson Smith, not in order, but Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jordan Addison, um, Quentin Johnson, and Zay Flowers. Of those 4,
Right.
who do you think is going to be better?
I mean, I know we've talked about Zay quite a bit and just how special he seems. But you're also, forgetting about, Rashid Rice. Justin Ross, even though he's not an actual rookie, it's a sophomore year. He was injured last year, so this is his first year playing. Both of those are for the Chiefs, and there's been a lot of buzz with those guys. Speaking of Ross, he just caught one.
Rice caught a touchdown tonight, so
yeah, but and I'd have to look at the names in front of me, but I mean, Zay is really the one that has really stood out. Really, this whole off season.
Yeah, Zay to me is the one. Quentin Johnson, he's the rookie out of TCU that went to Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah,
Jackson Smith and Jigba, who arguably was better than Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. Of those, they were the 3-headed monster at Ohio State. But Jackson Smith and Jigba happened to just be a sophomore compared, like he was behind those two, but he was like better than those two. And if you ask Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, he was a better one, but he just went to a weird situation with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. And then, who's the 4th one I was brought up? Jordan Addison, who was at Pitt, and then his coach didn't like that he transferred to USC. He could, I would put him at 3rd over Quentin Johnston, just because of how the Chargers do. But Zay Flowers, I think, we're both agreed. But I just wanted your opinion because I've been talking a whole lot about.
And Addison is what, Vikings?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they put at the depth chart right now. They're putting him behind KJ Osborne, which
that almost feels like a formality.
Yeah, it's a formality.
But yeah, I mean, I think he's going to shine. I would say I would put Addison at 2.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's just from the buzz that kind of heard about, and really just the situation. I mean, because we talked about Jefferson basically being on an island, and he's definitely still going to get the lion's share. But whenever you have such a hyper focused player, as far as like the defense is hyper focusing on him. Yeah, that rookie's going to be pretty wide open for some major plays.
Yeah, that's what helped Calvin Ridley out in his rookie year when he was with Julio Jones. So
exactly.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
on that. I would put Jordan over that until the last report when I'm like, what the heck's going on? Plus, Pete Carroll said that Jackson Smith and Jigba is Quentin Johnson's 4th. He's going to be 4th. That's fine because he's behind Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler,
right.
They're tight ends, stuff like that. It's going to take a second to get Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, and Eckler just got a new contract last year, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to eat. Like they're going to feed the people that they paid.
Right.
And yeah, with him being a rookie, I mean, then maybe next year, the year after, whenever it gets towards the 3-5 years of his rookie contract, then they maybe kind of look at that. But he's in a perfect spot for his career. Maybe not for the year, but to be running behind Mike Williams with Justin Herbert and Eckler and Keenan Allen. I mean, because Allen and Williams are both a little aged.
Keenan especially.
Oh yeah. But I mean, really just man. I mean, I don't want them to be better because they're in my division.
Right.
But I mean, they're poised for growth and they're poised for longevity.
They just don't have the right coach. But that being said, they do have a good offensive coordinator this year in Kellen Moore. So we will see what they actually do. So there's no scapegoat for my Cowboys because they put the scapegoat on Kellen Moore and they let him go. And I'm like, just say that you underperformed, Mike McCarthy. Just say that. But no, they let Kellen Moore go to the Los Angeles Chargers and watch that team. He was calling great calls last year.
How many years before Deion Sanders is coaching the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, that's a infinity. I don't know because the thing is
Dude, I say 5-6 years.
it's a difference between motivating college players to it's. But he's so good at.
You have Mike McCarthy, and you're talking about like coaches that do well.
I'm aware, but I wanted Sean Payton the whole year. Just let me finish my thought. All right. So I wanted Sean Payton before Mike. As soon as I heard Mike McCarthy, I'm like, it's just another puppet. It's unfortunately it's Jerry's team, and that's why Deion will
all
never
up in his ass. All up in his ass.
If Jerry would have just got on his own damn way, we would be the Patriots. We would have been to so many Super Bowls and all that stuff and all that other grandeur because Jimmy Johnson was in his prime when they let him go, just because Jerry just loved him himself.
But Jerry loves the shit out of Deion. He does.
Aware. Oh yeah, for sure.
And I know it's just the first game with Colorado, and we both love Prime, man. But I'm just saying, like, it looks like the writing's on the wall. All he has to do is have 2-3 decent years there in a Division I, and Jerry's going to be wanting his ass.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But how long has Jerry got? Dude, I don't know. With modern medicine, he might be like what 245, 230?
With his high level of income and modern medicine, 120, 130.
120? Yeah, no, that's a great question. Like, because I was thinking, like, when is Prime going to go to the SEC? But you're bringing up it's like, when is Prime going to jump to NFL? The way he motivates his teams doesn't. Now they will respect him, but the way he coaches is like a Nick Saban. If you know how Nick Saban coached the Miami Dolphins, they didn't respect him because of how hard he coached them.
Yeah.
And if Deion has that same type of mentality, now they'll respect Deion more than they'll respect Nick Saban. But if he has the same mentality when he goes there, it's going to not be a good fit.
But Deion is greatness.
I'm aware.
He's done it. Like he can still play.
Yeah.
Right?
He can't play anymore because of his toes and his.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Like,
right?
He's better than probably half the freaking people. Like he's coaching. Like, they probably don't show it on the camera, but I guarantee he's like, "Come on, let's go, line up."
Right. If it wasn't for his hands arthritis and his feet situation, Dude could still run at 56 years old. He could still run probably a 540 on that. No, he's probably the greatest athlete next to Bo Jackson that we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, hands down. But like to me, like that's that level of respect. Like Nick Saban is a coach because he couldn't do.
Yeah, no, Deion,
and Deion's a coach because he can do whatever he wants.
Deion's coaching style, from what I've heard, and I mean, I watch Deion's videos just to motivate me of how he talks to his. Every day, I just watch a Deion video. Like I have a Coach Prime hoodie, and I'm not a Colorado fan. I'm a Deion fan. I've always been a Deion fan since I can remember. And unfortunately,
probably since '94.
Yeah. Ever since was that 94, 95, obviously it was our last Super Bowl because I think
that's right. Yeah, because he actually was drafted by
he was Atlanta, then he went to San Francisco, then he went to Dallas because Jerry traded and paid him a bunch of money to go to Dallas. And guess what? Dude's a dude. And he talks about like work ethic and stuff.
He's the dude of all dudes.
He's a dude of all dudes. And then he's got that preacher mentality.
95 he was Cowboys. 94 was him. He was at San Francisco.
Right. He literally went from one Super Bowl team to another Super Bowl team. He was a Garrett Blount. Look that up. He was a Patriot. The next year he was an Eagle. I swear to you. He won back-to-back Super Bowls with two different teams.
There we go, D. Got a good block by the line.
All right.
Justin Reed, baby.
Hey.
It's a safety blitz there. And that was probably third down.
Is it still?
No, that was fourth. So that was turnover on down. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Detroit 21, Kansas City 20.
Okay. Well,
oh my God, Tony.
Oh, Did he hold?
Yeah, no, he had a wide open ball and dropped it.
But they gave him 2nd and 20. Okay.
Yeah. Are you behind? Sorry.
A little bit. I'll just give it to you for a second.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna go do?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that man is gonna go pee. He's gonna go pee. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, who else loves Coach Prime? I mean, come on. I know we got some people in the chats right now. Let us know. I definitely way too early, to really kind of call it, as far as sorry guys, knocking over the camera, him going NFL, but I just see the writings on the wall. And I mean, he's getting media coverage and he is selling tickets. He is getting that attention. And if he can maintain that, he's going to be an NFL coach. Whether he deserves it or not, whether he is good or not, he is going to be one because he purely sells out tickets. People want to go to Colorado now and play. People want to go to Colorado and watch the game. All the freaking commentators and all the writers are now wanting to look at the Colorado schedule to figure out which of the games that their boss will allow them to go to. That's just the way it is, and I think it's kind of a once in a generation kind of year for him. Where it's almost like we're seeing history be made. Right now we're seeing history be made by the Kansas City Chiefs by most drop balls in one fucking drive, guys. Come on. All right, 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20. All right, Mahomes drops back and God, almost picked off. Yeah. We're missing our cheat code, brother.
Yep, the Travis Kelce.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's a false start. How far ahead of me am I?
I don't know. Are you at 3rd and 20 with the missed pass?
I'm at 4th and 25.
4th and 25. Okay. Yeah. Then you're ahead of me now. Yeah. Mahomes has gotten lucky by not having 3 interceptions this game. Because he is having a game like he had against the Denver Broncos last year, which was 3 interceptions.
Yeah, like I was saying, unfortunately on our text messages, I'm like, it's going to get to the point where you're going to be like, it's a long season, but.
Well, no, I mean, I say that all the time anyways, especially early on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I still don't think we're going to lose. It was just
y'all started what? Like, I forget what y'all start last year. It wasn't like y'all started like gangbusters. Or was it middle of the season? Whatever. There was like people were like
middle of the season. I think we had 2 losses.
They weren't writing off the Chiefs, but they weren't.
We lost to the Colts, and who else we lose to before midway? And now it being a 17-week season, that throws me off still.
Right.
I still forget about that 1 week.
It was definitely different. Because I remember, like, there wasn't like when Travis Kelce came out, and was like, "There's haters." I'm like, yeah, there was haters at the beginning of the season because they're like, you can't win without Tyreek. Understood that, but like,
oh yeah, that one, yeah.
So understood that hater part. But
first game we beat the Cardinals, which everybody did.
Right.
Yeah. So we actually lost to the Colts in week 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then we lost to the Bills in week 6.
That was when people were like, "Oh, so they're going to give the throne to the Bills." That was when they were like, did that narrative because people want to overreact and make what else are you going to talk about, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, but the Chiefs,
and then we lost to the Bengals in week 12 or 13.
Yeah, that was where you all took over that Burrow stuff in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. I mean, they did as dumb of a job as running their mouth and giving an opposing team
You don't
Fuel.
do that. You don't do that to Patrick Mahomes, man.
No, you don't do that.
When
you
the
don't do
mayor
that period
did
in the
that,
playoffs. Yeah,
no.
The mayor.
When the mayor did that, I was like,
yeah,
Kansas City's win this game.
Yeah,
and it took a dumbass play from the linebacker hitting your all's guy out of bounds to do it because they had the game. Cincinnati not had the game, but they were. It was down to the wire. But once he did that, it was done. And then it wasn't for Jalen Hurts like just scrambling.
If it's down to the wire, then nobody had the game, right? You see what I'm saying?
Well, if it's down to the wire, then Patrick Mahomes has the game.
Yeah.
So,
but
I mean, Jalen, it was just a couple of plays that just went your all's way, and that's what it takes. There's a couple of things of luck that happens. That works out. So
right, but you also got to be in that position to take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, you have a coach that has clock management. I don't.
Well, we have a coach. You don't. Again, you have Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, he has won Super Bowl thanks to Aaron Rodgers and a really good defense.
Yeah. All right, now time for the D to step up. Just put him down the ground.
There was a pick six.
Dang it, guys.
That's what
clock
it was.
management right now.
And there's drop passes, but just it's not Patrick Mahomes' fault that they lost, that they're behind right now. Just drop passes.
He hasn't played great. He hasn't played great. Some of those passes that got dropped. Oh, okay, so there was a pick. Okay. Oh shit, was that a pick six?
It was a pick six.
Was that the first drive?
No,
because I missed that one.
First drive.
Maybe second then, because I didn't catch that one. That had to have been one of the first touchdowns.
Yeah, it's like I think that's when they went ahead of you all 14-7, I think. And it was off the hands, which if it hits the receiver in the hands, it's the receiver's fault. It's not.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's a little bit of the case of it being behind.
It was behind.
That one wasn't, but there was definitely some other passes.
Yeah.
Mahomes lobbed up, and they should have been picked off. There was times where it was behind the receiver, so you can't really totally blame this receiver for dropping it, but. I mean, I'm with you. I mean, it's like if it hits your hands, you had a chance. Whether how hard the adjustment. I mean, you're a professional, so make the adjustment.
Well, that's not good.
Goff, yeah, because I think this is the second time they played. Remember, Goff was the quarterback of the Rams whenever it was 55-54.
Oh, one of the greatest highest score. I think it's the highest scoring game of all time.
I think the third highest scoring. Yeah.
Was it fun as a fan? Yes, but as a football fan, I like to see some defense. There was just none in it. It's like people that's the greatest game ever. I'm like, there's got to be some defense. I want high scoring, but I also want some defense involved.
Chiefs take their final timeout.
Yeah,
with a minute 42,
and the Lions have a.
Yeah. No, they got this. Well, I mean, unless they. Just kick a field goal. No, they got the first down.
No, they got the first down. They can kneel it because technically you can kneel within 2 minutes with no timeouts.
Yep.
So
well, it's a 35-second clock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's 25.
No,
is it college? Is college just 35? As far as the play clock,
it's a 40-second play clock in pros, just because there's anything like that. So yeah. Lions pulled out.
There's still a minute 42. No, I'm serious. People can make mistakes.
Yeah, they can. Same if it's the Lions. But that's I'm with Justin. People were saying that the Chiefs receivers having issues tonight, which you don't have Travis Kelce.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's the whole team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not one over the other.
Nope. You win as a team, lose as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Defense was having issues. It doesn't help that you don't have Kelce. It doesn't help at all.
No, it hurts.
It hurts a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Because again, he was the cheat code. Like whenever you're playing Madden, I mean, you're trying out new plays. You're trying this and that. Oh, what is it? 3rd and 20? Let's go to the one that always works. Cool.
Right. But that being said, Detroit Lions have they've been hyping them up, and they came to the plate and won. But if the Lions lost tonight to the Kansas City Chiefs with everything against the Kansas City Chiefs, then we'd be like, and they barely won on the road, that's how NFL game pretty much goes. But that's a huge win for the Lions. But it's not a bad loss for the Chiefs because they had their whole backs against the wall. They were just, but if the Lions pulled this out, the Chiefs pulled this out, it wasn't anything against the Lions. It was the fact that like the Chiefs are still wait till they get Chris Jones finally getting out of, that stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully this is enough that they come to terms.
Yeah. But the Lions are here to stay. This is pretty much what this says. It has nothing to do with the Chiefs because the Chiefs were depleted. Mm-hmm. They just weren't. So
but we lost to the Colts last year.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, usually lose some of those ones, but no, I'm with you. I mean, the Lions have arrived and they are, not Super Bowl contending, but they're a playoff contender in their division for sure. And I love it. I love seeing the NFL level off as far as
they're legit. They're a legit team, but going into the season, they're projected to win their division or their not the conference, but at least their division.
Yeah.
What
would you? I'm going to say 10 or 11 win team. Let's look at the schedule.
Yeah, probably. I have to look at the schedule. Yeah, but I mean, yes, definitely a playoff. That according to one game overreaction, they should be a playoff team because they closed out a game they typically never did. This is what Lions have never done the past 20 years. It's closed out a game that they've been ahead of. They were ahead of the Eagles last year. The first game of the season, they were ahead of the Eagles last year by like 14. Gave it up. They held on this year.
Let's see if I can zoom into this. There we go. Makes it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
So Chiefs tonight, right? So they got the win there, but Seahawks Lions. I'm going to say Seahawks.
At Detroit. It's at Detroit.
Right, but they're going to be on a high.
True.
And usually, after a big win, your ego is kind of on a high. It's up to your coaching to keep you kind of within realm.
So that's 1-1. Then Falcons, that's a win.
Yeah.
2-1. Packers. I don't know. At Green Bay, I don't know because I don't know who they're going to have. So that's a tweener. I'll just give it to the Packers and say 2-2.
I would have said Lions. I would have given it to the Lions, but we'll see this weekend. I mean, who the Packers maybe really are. But yeah, so
they're going to win.
You're saying 2-2.
They're going to be 3-2 there. They're going to beat the Panthers.
Buccaneers.
They're going to be 4-2. I like them. I like them a lot over that.
Yeah.
Then they're going to be 4-3.
Yeah.
I like the Ravens.
Raiders
5-3. They're going to beat the Raiders.
Think so?
Yep.
Pretty boy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lions.
I'll take 6-3. I'll take them beating the Chargers.
Really? Not San Diego?
With that defense and Todd Haley's ineptitude, yes. I will take 6-3. I will take 6-3.
Easy. He was a former Chiefs coach. Yeah. No, he is.
So anyway, like I was saying, 6-3, 7-3. They're going to beat the Bears.
Yeah.
At them, they'll be 8-3 there.
No, but you said that they would beat them there before, right?
No. They're going to beat the Packers at Ford Field. So they're going to swap home and home.
Right, but you said that they would win this one, right?
No, you said they were going to lose that one. So I took your word on it. So I did that. I took that as a
loss. Okay. You went with that. Okay. Yeah.
So far we have Seahawks.
Yeah.
We have Seahawks at Green Bay and the Falcons. I mean the Ravens. Sorry. So that's the 3 losses.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Saints
at the Saints. They should win that. But I would give Hood at that. I would give Hood at that. Just because they're going to beat the Bears. They're going to beat the Bears.
They're going to be Justin Fields Bears? Come on, man.
Yes.
Yep. Broncos.
Yeah.
Your boy Sean Payton.
I'll take that. And then they'll lose to the Vikings at Minnesota.
All right. What's your rank at right now? Or your?
Well, you got to go up because I miscounted when you went up.
Oh, right. It's my fault.
Nothing issue with us. I'm bad. As a mortgage banker, I lose count sometimes.
Exactly.
So,
because at that point you only said they had 3 losses.
So let's see, Seahawks. So we got Seahawks. It's 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-1, 3-2, 4-3, or no 4-2. Sorry, go down
4, 5,
go down left.
and then 5-3.
Right.
Because Ravens you had as losing.
Yes,
and then you had him beating the Raiders, beating the Chargers, beating the Bears, beating the Packers,
losing to the Saints. So that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Beating the Bears.
Broncos,
losing
Vikings.
to the Vikings at Minnesota. I would have them losing to the Vikings.
All right, and then with your boys,
I'm having them losing to the Cowboys because got you.
Yep. So was it 7?
Yep.
And then Vikings at.
I'll take the Lions there.
Yep. So that's 10-7.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. But there's a couple I think I would kind of swap out.
Oh yeah, it's NFL, dude. It takes like two little things to make a season.
Yeah.
But the fact that they started out winning this close game against the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's a huge confidence builder.
Huge confidence builder.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and I mean, good for them. They came non-injured and non-contract negotiated.
What I said to my buddy who's from Detroit, I said, "Look, I like Dan Campbell, but I really like your GM. And what has his GM produced? A good squad. And the coach took it over, and Dan Campbell took it over 2 years ago, and in year 3, like last year, they started out kind of crappy. He made some adjustments, and then they finished the season strong. And guess what? They took that momentum, and then they're here. The Lions are here, guys. Yep. I'm sorry to throw you off.
No, I didn't say anything.
Is that true, Justin?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Statistic, if so. Because I know he threw quite a bit of interceptions in that 54-55 game.
Right. My buddy from Detroit is just ecstatic right now.
Good for him, man.
Oh, it stings having a dynasty.
Yeah.
We both were there at one point. Or you're still there, but I was there at one point.
Yeah.
Dynasty.
Yeah, right.
I remember when it 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. That was fun. It was.
Hey, I was a fan of that one too because I was living in Oklahoma, and we had a basically Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
As far as the household.
Right.
Plus, I mean, how could you not be a fan of Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, Leon Lett? I mean,
Nate
Newton.
Great Newton. He smoked a lot of weed back then, but he was a great offensive lineman.
Speaking of, no, not yet. Actually, out.
Harper was our other receiver. Our tight end was Nitschke, I believe. Daryl Johnson, Moose Johnston. We got 26 picks from trading Herschel Walker to the Minnesota Vikings. The greatest. That's as much of a lopsided trade as the Louisiana Purchase.
Ooh.
What?
No, looking at the Lions last year. Beating the Vikings 34-23. Beating the Jaguars 40-14. Beating the Bears 41-10.
They finished the season strong.
Yeah, they lost to the Panthers.
Yeah, that was weird.
37-23. A little bit of anomaly there. the Cam Newton Panthers, which is so weird. So that's
Right.
such a fucking weird season, man.
All we know is
They started off.
right.
Was it Hubbard? Was that their QB? Who's their QB?
No, it was the Darnold, Sam Darnold.
Donald. Sam. Yeah, so Sam Donald, and then the Baker Mayfield fiasco, and then the Christian McCaffrey trade, right? Or was McCaffrey before that trade?
A little bit of everything. They all kind of dwindled. They kind of weaved.
And then the Cam Newton research.
We have to ask Jason about how bad is your Panthers. Let us know,
dude. Like that 2022 season could have been a documentary,
right?
in the worst of ways.
It's like let us punt the season without getting the number 1 pick or even the number 2 pick or any, like they end up trading up to get the number 1 pick. I'll put it that way. Like how much can we punt the season with while also giving away a bunch of draft picks to get the smallest quarterback since Kyler Murray, is probably going to be hurt for the rest of his career.
All right, so they beat the Lions 31-18. Another notable game. Seahawks beat them 48-45. So a high scoring affair there.
The Seahawks game, the Lions are legit this year. Yeah. And I'm glad that they came out and played like this just because I like Dan Campbell a lot. Nothing against your Chiefs, because I think your Chiefs are going to be amazing. They're still going to be right there at the end. You have Patrick Mahomes. You have Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. You're always going to be there.
Yeah, and Kelsey. And hopefully soon Chris Jones.
If this doesn't show people like how hard it is to beat the Chiefs, it took every ounce of them just to beat Patrick Mahomes with a depleted everything. Yeah, I'll put it out there. It took everything from the Lions to beat a depleted Chiefs team because Patrick Mahomes is that good. You always have a shot because you have the best quarterback. Unfortunately,
but again, he didn't play great.
No,
he didn't. I mean, if we would have connected on one more pass, if we would have connected, if we would have been able to stop them on one run. I mean, but to me, that you can always look back in hindsight and be like, oh well, if this happened, but that's football, and that's what I love about it. Like we have smoked the Denver Broncos for like literally 8 years. Like we've won, I think 16 or 17 straight. But last year it was, what's up, girl? Sorry, dog's making noise. But last year, I mean, it was by like all of our divisional opponents, it was by less than a touchdown. And that's just football, right? Yeah. I mean, because you can look at, any of them. Like, I mean, there's some games where you just look out and you just blow them out. But for the Chiefs, I don't think we have. I mean, we're winning by a touchdown. We're winning by small margins, but we're winning. Like I said, inch or a mile. And that's what still counts. And it makes it exhilarating, but it also makes it exhausting to be a Chiefs fan in that regard. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world right now. I mean, obviously, because
as a Chiefs fan, as you as a Chiefs fan, heck no.
I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts because it's not going to be here forever.
Nope. Trust me, it will not.
Yeah.
Wait till the dynasty ends, and then you have to wait another 25 years, and you're like, when's it going to happen again?
Yeah. Well, for one, we're going to last more than 3 years, like your guys did.
We lasted at least So the dynasty
is 5 years.
Hey, win another Super Bowl, then talk to me.
Okay, we will.
You probably will.
Yeah. Give me 5 to 10 years with Mahomes.
This is all I got. We have one more over you in the decade in the decade that we own. We were the team in the 90s. Then the Patriots happened, which
you weren't even but you were the team with like 94 to 98.
Team in the 90s.
But it was the middle part. Like it was the Niners before that. You had the Bills that were the AFC team for that.
Yeah, and guess how many Super Bowls they won?
I know. I'm sorry, Justin, but they were still there.
They went to 4 in a row. They went to 4 in a row with Jim Kelly, who is one of the greatest quarterbacks who just doesn't give his respect, even though he was a Hall of Famer. But people Jim Kelly should be talked about a lot more.
Yeah.
Mark Levy. Yes, that's right. I'm showing my knowledge. Mark Levy was the coach. Thurman Thomas. I knew all of them.
What about defense?
Bruce Thomas.
Maybe.
I know my stuff.
Like Bruce Thomas is, to me, is like right behind Derek Thomas. And it's not because of their names.
Yeah.
Derek Thomas, Chiefs linebacker. He was the one that died in a car accident.
Yes, Derek Thomas. Yes, for sure. Yeah, you're welcome, Justin. On Jim. Yeah, Jim Kelly.
Yeah, you're welcome too. I gave him respect.
He did. But yeah, no. Thurman Thomas, Bruce Thomas, Mark Levy, Marv Levy. I think it's Mark or Marv. I forget the actual.
Pretty sure it's
coaches.
Mark. Mark sounds right, but
yeah, I have his football card. Yeah, for a coach, I have his football card. But yeah, those '90s teams, and the Green Bay Packers could never get over the Cowboys. And then once Jimmy left
until '97, right?
Yep, '90s. So we won in '95. They won in '96, and then we never got to an NFC Championship since then.
Yep.
After
that, it was the Broncos.
The Broncos won 2 years in a row. And then it was
Titans. No,
the Rams.
Rams. Thank you.
No, it was
the Rams versus Titans.
Wait, it was '96. The Packers. '97, '98 was the Broncos, I believe.
I thought there was a year between.
And then '99.
Was 99 or 2000 was
the Steelers won in '99? Because 2000 was the Rams, and then 2001 was the Ravens.
Yeah, well, and then the Super Bowl year. I mean, we're talking about the NFL's year or the Super Bowl date year.
Super Bowl date.
Because I always go off the season year. So, because to me, like the Super Bowl date.
No, '99 was the Rams. '98. Yeah. You're right, and then the next year after that, I believe, was when Ray Lewis and the greatest defensive team since the Bears in '85.
Okay.
Happened.
Yeah, because to me it's like just because there's like that one game in January, February, like technically it's over the new year, but I mean the whole season was played that previous season.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I forgot who.
Oh yeah, so it was Denver back to back, but yeah, they played Green Bay and then they played Atlanta.
And they just Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which
then
Atlanta should have lost to the Minnesota Vikings, but that was when Morton Anderson missed some field goals, because that was the Chris Carter, Randy Moss. That they had a squad.
Yeah.
They were the better team in the NFC that year, and it I forget the running back. But anyway, for Atlanta, it made no sense that Atlanta were able to get to the Super Bowl, and Denver, which is
what have you said?
better.
Moss played for the Falcons?
No, Moss played for the Vikings, and they lost the Falcons.
Yeah,
because Morton Anderson missed a couple kicks, and that was that.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to challenge the Denver Broncos that year, it was going to be the Minnesota Vikings with Chris Carter in his prime and Randy Moss being Randy Moss.
Culpepper.
I think it was Culpepper. Was it Randall Cunningham? I forget who the quarterback was.
Was it quarterback?
It was, I think it was.
I feel like it was Culpepper, but
I thought it was Randall.
Yeah. Was it Culpepper a rookie then?
Something like that, but I thought it was Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, we're talking about 1998 season.
Yeah,
right.
I thought it was at least.
They had Gary Anderson as the kicker.
Oh, I thought it was Morton. Morton was on the Chiefs.
Yeah, Morton was Chiefs. Yeah,
Gary. But did Gary get in the Hall of Fame?
He missed some very important kicks too.
Yes. Was Morton got in the Hall of Fame, right?
I'm pretty sure they not both get in there, because Gary was
only one Anderson got in the Hall of Fame.
Oh shit,
they're brothers.
I feel like Gary played longer though.
Do you think that Adam Vinatieri is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, or do you think Justin Tucker's going to be the first kicker to get a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Oh man, it depends on who he's going to. Who else is there that year?
And chat, fill out
what?
Tell me what you all think.
I think he deserves it. I mean,
I think Vinatieri is like he was the
'Cause-
GOAT until Justin Tucker came along.
Right. And he's
And Justin Tucker
to me, he's not the greatest kicker.
No.
But he's the most decorated.
Yes.
Right. So it's almost like a soldier. It's like you're not the best soldier, but you were there. you were at like the major battles and you helped out.
He's the most clutch kicker that we've ever known. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. You know, and I don't want to like disparage it, but it was just like, I mean,
isn't he the highest scoring player in NFL history? Adam Vinatieri, I think, is the highest scoring player in NFL history.
I don't know about that. That seems a bit of a stretch, but I mean that might be one of those quirky deals. Yeah, Randall Cunningham was 98, and I fucking love Randall Cunningham.
Mm-hmm. He would just throw it up, and Randy Moss would catch it. Like, it was ridiculous. And so many people would pass up on Randy Moss because, I mean, if you ever watched the documentary of Randy Moss, Jason Williams, the NBA player, and Randy Moss played on the same high school basketball team together.
Oh yeah. And Williams has said like Moss would have been that great at anything he that he would have done.
And then Randy,
like Moss and Sanders, right?
I mean, if it wasn't for Megatron, I'd sit there and say like Randy's the greatest, like pound for pound athlete I've ever seen play the wide receiver position. And then I saw Megatron, I'm like, now Jerry Rice is the best player, best wide receiver as far as like skills to footwork to like, you know, just fundamental stuff. He's and all that stuff.
And decorated.
Right. Like decorated.
I mean, that does play a big factor.
It's the same thing with Tom Brady. It's like, is Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes probably the better it's like as far as tool wise at their position? Yes, I think those two are better than Brady. But you can't deny what Brady did.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't deny the
to
ring.
me, like Aaron Rodgers was the best at pure pocket, at pure quarterback in that position I've ever seen. And then Patrick Mahomes came along. I was like, well, shit. We had a good run. So.
All right. So Culpepper, trying to figure out. So he was 99 draft. Right. So he was a rookie that year.
It was close.
The following year. So yeah. Oh man. Yeah, they were so close. That's the closest they've ever been.
Yeah. So Adam Vinatieri is the highest scoring. He has 2,673. Morton Anderson is second with 2,544. Gary Anderson is third with 2,434. And then Jason Hansen, 2,150. So kickers, because they put up 3-1 points a lot.
Right. Yeah. 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 They're at least putting up, you know, probably on average, like what, 4 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So then who is the highest non-kicker, right? Carney, Stover, Blanda. Oh God, Jason Ellum. Remember him?
All of the kickers.
Casey Gold, Crosby, Janikowski.
Oh, Jerry Rice.
Goskowski.
Jerry Rice is the top non.
Okay, what number is he on that list then?
41.
41.
Second in the non-kicker. The top 5 scores. All right, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, of non-kickers, right?
Non-kickers. Just I'm looking at the top 5. Jerry Rice is number 1. I already gave you that.
Yeah, but right.
The other 4 are Hall of Famers.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Already.
LaDainian Tomlinson?
He'll be the 3rd.
Okay.
Of the top of the
right, yeah, of the 5.
There are 4 left because
right, yeah, because now I'm thinking of like highest touchdowns.
Right.
Oh my God, yeah, it was LT. I would say Moss would probably be 4 or 5.
Moss is right under LT.
Yeah, so he's 4. God damn it. 2 is the one that's I'm really trying to get. I
mean, Makes sense to me.
Right. Now I know. Emmett. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
trying not to give it away, but I was like, I just don't want to do dead air at the same
Yeah.
time.
No. All you had to say was me, and I would have got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Emmett. So
Yeah.
Emmett's number 2.
Emmett's number 2.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
one more left.
Running back or wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not.
He's
Moss,
a
not
pretty
Rice.
recent Hall of Famer too, I guess.
Right.
So not with one team.
Yeah. No. I mean, none of them were.
No,
Except
correct.
Emmett.
No, Emmett was with the Cardinals at the end of his career.
Oh, that is right. Holy shit! With
LT
Warner.
was with the Jets.
Oh my god, dude! Why did? They deserved a fucking Super Bowl that they didn't get.
Well, Emmett was at the end of his career, and then Jerry.
Right. So was Warner, but just you know what I mean. I mean, just I don't know. They had a good squad.
The fact that LT never got LT in this league would be the greatest athlete everything. He was just in the wrong. That was the one player that was like he's in the wrong era.
Yeah. LT, well, but LT was also, I mean, like he was forging the path for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, whenever you're the first one out, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't get to see that. He's Moses. He didn't get to see the promised land, man. He was too busy parting the waters. For
exactly. He's the reason we have the Christian McCaffreys.
Yeah.
And Austin Eckler's today is because
dude, for sure Eckler, and not just because of the Chargers.
No.
I mean, but yeah,
because of what LT did. LT is very special.
God, I don't know why I'm blanking on the receiver right now. Because you said like recent. I don't know why my mind is still like saying Moss.
I like you said Lawrence. It's Lawrence Taylor that you're thinking of. We're talking about LaDainian Tomlinson. So.
Oh yeah.
But I like where
right.
He arguably is the greatest defensive player.
Bro.
Lawrence Taylor is definitely the greatest defensive player ever, and he also has one of the greatest lines in comedy history. Of that being said, kids, don't smoke crack.
Yeah, and he has one of the best commercials too.
Yeah.
God, dude, in the ESPN commercials where he's just running around the office.
He was also played a part in what movie?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah,
Oliver Stone movie.
Oh, an Oliver Stone one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Platoon is War one or
no? It's
okay. More recent than that. After that.
Yeah, it's after that. Justin, don't. If you're listening, don't.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the wide receiver. So you go ahead with that shit.
It's the Al Pacino when he was a coach with Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he was the old player on there. Yeah, letting their nuts hang any given Sunday.
Every given Sunday. Yeah, which I'm okay with it.
What, their nuts being hung?
No, just every given Sunday. I'm indifferent about it. Like people think it's like, oh,
it was a movie. Yeah.
I was like, it's okay, but like people are like, dude, this is a great movie. I'm like, it's good, but like as far as like,
it's highly enjoyable, but for me, it's not like heavily rewatchable.
No,
it's almost like an experiential kind of.
It's like any Oliver Stone movie. It's like it's enjoyable. You watch it once, you're like, okay, it's like a Coen Brothers.
I saw that.
It's a Coen Brothers film. We're like, all right, got it.
Yeah,
thanks.
Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. But your last one, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah.
If you want me to give me a hint, I can because I don't want to do.
Yeah. Throw me a bone.
Get your popcorn ready.
Really? No, because he was before. Oh yeah. Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So as far as the
Sharpie would have been a dead giveaway, but yeah, I forgot about the popcorn.
Yeah. Get your popcorn ready. He was the first one to say that. So as far as
I don't remember him saying that. I remember him doing that though. He grabbed popcorn.
Yeah. He did that with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know. It's good TV when I did that. But he was when he did that, and then someone asked him something. He goes, "Get your popcorn ready."
Yeah, referencing that. Yeah,
referencing that. But like as far as the top 5 guys that are non-kickers.
Yep.
Jerry Rice is 41 as far as points scored in NFL history. This is how many kickers are the top scorer.
God.
And how many people that Adam Vinatieri
40? No. Are you saying 41 touchdowns?
No, he's ranked 41 on the top scorer.
Oh, yeah. Number 41, right. But what's his point total? Like 800?
1256.
12. Okay, yeah.
It's not too far behind. The last kicker was Olindo Mare, which I know him.
Right, but Vinatieri's 2,673.
2,673.
Dumb. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's just disproportionate, I think, to the talent.
It's not very far. Like Morton Anderson was 2,544.
Yeah.
There's of the kickers, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that are Hall of Famers. So Morton Anderson, George Blanda,
Sebastian, right? Is he? Sebastian has to be.
No, he's not a Hall of Famer.
What?
Nope.
Man. I mean, to be that fat and to kick the ball that good.
Yeah, he was a drunk kicker, as we call him.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Dude.
I loved hating on him because he was a Raider, but
Jan Stewart, I don't know his name, who is. And this one guy named Luke Garza, who knew who he was. Like, they just named an award after his ass. The Luke Garza Award,
the first kicker ever.
Pretty much. Like, he's known as like he's
the godfather of kicking. Like, he invented how to kick.
It was just some weird shit. But yeah, so after 25, which is Olindo Mare at 1,555 or 1,555, Jerry Rice at 41.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's that many players before him at 1,256. Emmett Smith at 59. So after Jerry, there's another kickers, and at 59 it's Emmett at 1,052, and then there's a bunch of kickers, and then LaDainian Tomlinson at 67.
Jeez.
At 972, and there's a bunch of kickers at Randy Moss at 72 at 950, and then there's 2 kickers because Randy Moss and Terrell Owens are 72 and 74.
Yeah, no offense, kickers, but all those points totals are asterisks.
Except for Adam Vinatieri and Morton Anderson and Lou Garza, because you have your freaking name. You have every award named after you as the best kicker.
Yeah, but Gary's right behind Morton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, only like 110 point difference. You know, which in kicks, that's a lot. That's 110 extra points.
Yeah. But Adam, like I said, Adam Vinatieri, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's got it. I mean,
he's got it.
Oh my gosh, that's so tough because, I mean, you think about the voters and everything of that nature.
Well, he's won multiple Super Bowls.
No, he's deserving. But you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, if he was, I'm just trying to, I can't really pull a name out of my ass of who may be on the ballot. But you know what I mean? If it's a wide receiver, a running back.
I'll put this question up to you.
Yeah. I mean, the kickers are the triangle players of a band.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thanks for joining us, Justin. Good night, man.
Hey, night, brother. Appreciate you, man. Go Bills this weekend.
So, of these, I'll always put it this way: like the 2 special teams players that should be in the Hall of Fame that are eligible, I think, coming up this year, is Adam Vinatieri and Devin Hester.
Oh, Hester, yeah. Is Dante Hall? Yeah, Dante Hall's.
He's been up there, but
yeah, he's Hall of Fame. He got a jacket.
No, Dante Hall did not get a jacket.
I'm pretty sure I saw his ass in a jacket.
If he did, then Devin Hester should have been the first ballot because he's the best return kicker ever. I don't think X got a jacket. He got some jackets from other places.
Chiefs Hall of Fame.
Right.
He was inducted last year in the Chiefs Hall of Fame.
No, Devin Hester is the best returner. Dante Hall is top 5 for sure.
I don't know, man, because Hester was after Hall.
I'm aware.
Hall fucking revolutionized what you're going to be doing. Hester was just a little bit thicker and had a shittier team, being the Bears.
But Devin Hester is the best returner. Even Dion says that Devin Hester is the best athlete next to him.
Hey, dude, Dion's wrong every now and then.
You just sat there and talked the whole show.
No, I talked to her a little bit about it.
I understand, like,
and also at the same time, I'm not gonna like idolize somebody and put them on a pedestal and say they're never wrong. That's fucking retarded.
I'm just
Sorry.
saying that if there's
Ridiculous. Sorry,
if
guys.
there's one special teams player, not
Yeah.
a kicker, that should be in the Hall of Fame, it's Devin Hester. He's broken all the records, other than Cordell Patterson, who just now broke the record. Just now broke Devin Hester's record. But Devin Hester belongs.
Patterson, really? Patterson broke it?
Patterson just broke it last year.
Yeah.
Just broke it. And Devin Hester was only in the league for and that's all he was known for was a return specialist. And he still broke the record. And people still kicked to him. The dude brought back, once he, other than Desmond Howard, I think, who has the longest return in Super Bowl history, who ended up being the MVP that year.
Ooh. This one's saying Josh Cribbs. This ranking saying Josh Cribbs the best kick returner ever.
Punter kick. There's a difference.
It was just kick. It's just kick. So
yeah, no. Devin's.
Then after that, Rick Upchurch, and then Brian Mitchell, Gale Sayers. Yeah, then Devin Hester, number 5.
Gale Sayers is one of the top 5 youngest. I think he is the youngest.
Desmond Howard.
Yep. Desmond Howard.
Mel Gray. Sorry.
Yeah, Woodson. I think Gale Sayers is the youngest inductee in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's garbage. They have Dante Hall in a Rams jersey. Yeah. Come on, guy. You're really going to put it in the last team he played for?
But Gale Sayers, I believe, is the youngest. Yeah. And then there's Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson.
What are you saying? Gale Sayers, the youngest
inductee in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As far as when he was inducted, how young he was.
Right.
Because
I was because he's not young.
He's not young now. I'm just saying when he was inducted.
This dude's so old they don't even have photos of him playing. They have a photo of him on the sidelines clapping at 80 years old.
It was Gale. The top 4 were Gale Sayers, Jim Brown, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, and I forget the other one. But those 4 were amazing when they were there. But yeah, no, to me, Devin Hester belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Oh no, definitely.
Dante definitely has, but the fact that Torrey Holt's in the Hall of Fame is kind of weird to me. They've been trying to get him in for years. It took Zach Thomas forever. He finally got in.
Yeah, but also the Hall of Fame is highly political.
Yes,
it's like the Academy Awards.
Yeah,
it's really not going to the best movie. It's the best movie that paid them money.
Yeah, if you ask Dion, there'd be 7 people in the Hall of Fame because he was he ain't in the Hall of Fame. And I'm like, Dion, you're one of one.
Yeah, right.
It's of course.
They said honorable mention Tyreek Hill. I would give him that.
Yeah. Well, Tyreek's a Hall of Famer. I don't care what you say.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, if Tua can stay healthy, I mean, Tyreek should smash some not all-time records, but definitely, maybe some annuals or things of that nature.
Yeah.
I mean, he was incredible for us.
No, you're saying political. Yeah, I agree because T.O. should have got in 2-3 years earlier. Mm-hmm. That's the reason he was just I'm doing he got in. He still cried because he got in, but he was screw you guys. I'm doing it at my my alma mater. And I was I agree with T.O. and even Brett Favre, who now is don't talk bad about Brett Favre. We might get sued. But he even said, goes, numbers don't lie. I was exactly. T.O. should have got in a long time ago, but because you just don't like them. And that was me. My country just came out right there. I was just because you don't like them. But yeah. So, all right, man. Well,
yeah, man. I was hoping to find something where they would actually combine, but they're separating kickoff and punt return yards, stat wise.
Gotcha.
It's just combine it.
Yep. All right. Well, we're about an hour 45 in. So...
Yeah. Oh, injuries. We didn't get to wild card or injuries.
No. Well, injuries. We talked about it. Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah, no.
And Travis Kelce. Those are the two. Those are the 2 big ones. I mean, we can talk about.
That's where you were talking about at the top of the show, and I'm that's the last thing. Yeah.
I just can't help it. That was the top of my head.
Oh no, yeah, no, you're good. Yeah,
It's great show.
because again, guys, I mean, tonight we were just doing a little bit of a watch along, kicking off the NFL season, celebrating that football is back, baby. I know it's been a great night for you because your boys, Louisville, won tonight, won big.
Yep.
I know my guys, the Sooners, we won big last Saturday. We'll see how we fare. And it, it's non-conference, but at the same time, hey, it's football. It is football.
It is football. It is football.
It is football. It is our favorite sport.
It is the greatest team sport ever invented.
Yep.
Next to probably baseball, because any other sport, you can have one good player and would make the difference. Whereas one good player does make a difference. But as we saw tonight, the Chiefs have the best player in the league. He still lost to the Detroit Lions.
Boo. Yeah, no. Yeah. Because one man can't do it alone.
Nope. You put 22 dudes out there, 11 on 11, and stuff happens. It takes a army to win a game.
Yeah.
And especially in NFL, when people come out and say like, "Oh, do you think this Alabama team could beat the Arizona Cardinals?" I'm like, no, they can't beat the Arizona Cardinals because it's the best of the best that's on every single team. You know how hard it is to make a 53-man roster? So
yeah.
Like the practice squad,
it's hard to make. It's hard to make a practice squad.
Yeah, like the practice squad is even hard to make.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this season, Tvshka. Always a pleasure.
Bro, me too. I'm excited for this new season, this new look, as far as for the Ruckus, the fantasy fuck around. But then also, just for the league, some of the new players. I mean, I know the draft, we may have some, a few wild cards for sure, but I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm excited for, some new blood, some new enemies, some new frenemies, basically.
Nemesis.
Yeah, nemesis. But seriously though, like who? Okay, I've asked everybody, and we don't know who invited this guy. Team Superbowl Sammy.
He came out of nowhere, so yeah. I think he'll reveal himself eventually later on this season.
Well, he better. Get at us in the league chat, bud.
Yeah.
Or gal, I don't know.
Whoever you are.
Yeah. But speaking of Lawrence Taylor is their
right.
Is their profile pic, so that's funny.
Yeah.
Maybe that may be a little bit telling.
Oh.
Did Justin sneak in? I don't know. I mean,
maybe.
We'll see. But yeah, man. I'm excited for it all. I'm excited to do another season with you, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you for running the show and being our local or regional expert as far as fantasy football. Yeah. But for everybody, your house, it's too late to join us. But you can definitely follow us, and you can follow us at Ruckus EV anywhere. And then you can also join us as far as a Patreon. We do have a Patreon, and we got different tiers. So if you actually are interested in doing a sports show or anything, I mean, we got the new wrestling show that you guys got going, you and Justin, and that's
Ruckus
been gangbusters. Yeah, man.
We got game dudes, so we should also stream some games. And then we'll try and do some watch-alongs reactions as we can. Because we do have day jobs, but we'll try and do as much as we can. But we try at least just do the program that we can.
Yeah. So if you're interested in joining us, just let us know. That's patreon.com/RuckusEV, and then let us know in the chats below. Fantasy football wise, who are you excited for? Who'd you get in your draft? Were you as pissed about getting Stephon Diggs as I was because of the auto draft?
Okay.
Hey, I'll roll with it, but I wasn't too excited. I wanted to get 2 running backs out the gate, but anyways, yeah. But thank you all so much. Oh, dude, I know. I would have definitely tried to grab him. You enjoy Bijan. I'm gonna enjoy some sleep because it's been a long day. But yeah, appreciate you all. Definitely keep following us, like, subscribe, do everything on the socials. Sorry we couldn't get on Twitch tonight. We'll figure it out. We'll get it on next week. But you all take care, and we're going to go out with the video we should have played last week. Peace.
uh